If you cannot find the IP addresses, for example, maybe the Devolo app doesn't work for you, or the TP-Link app doesn't work for you, and you cannot find the IP addresses, you don't know how to log in, well, let's see what we need to do. There are 3 ways to find your IP address, at least 3 ways. For me, this is the IP address of my router. So my network, this is my network address. It's usually 192.168 dot either 1 or 0, and at the end, the router is usually 1. So we can find the IP address in the router. We can use an IP scanning app like Angry IP Scanner, or we can use those apps. So if they don't work, you can use either of those. This one is fairly easy to use, and you can use your router. So I need to log into it. You will find that information on your router most likely. This is not the Wi-Fi password. This is the password to the web interface on your router. There will be a sticker with this information. So I log in, and in my case, the info I'm getting on this main screen is not very helpful. And there are 2 places, at least in your router, where you can find that. So I know that in my one, I can go to NAT mapping and AT mapping, and I can see now the IP addresses of all the devices I have. So this is the TP-Link device, so this is the address. And what I would do, I would just either copy or click go to, and that would open the interface. These are my Devolo devices, and or Devolo. I have already renamed them, as you can see. They will be called something else from factory, and these are the IP addresses. So if you're not sure, just test every IP address and see which one works. The other place where I could find this is the DHCP allocation table. So in my case, it's in local network. And here we go. So I've got DHCP server active. You should have it as well, because this is by default. And in my case, I would need to actually click on plus and then check the list of devices, choose one that looks like I want, and I will get the MAC address and the IP address. But that is not what I want, so I'm not going to do it now. I've already have it configured with the IP addresses I want. So I'm using DHCP to give every interface I have a specific IP address, just to keep it kind of neat and organized. You don't need to do it, it's just my preference. Okay, once you have the IP address, you log into your interface. Devolo doesn't need any password. I just log in straight away without any passwords. I'm getting some basic information, and then information, just out of curiosity, have a look at what's happening. Now the temperature is 58 degrees, so almost 60, so it's quite warm. The extenders can go up to 80, 90 degrees. This is normal. Wi-Fi takes a lot of energy, I'm guessing. So no need to panic unless the extender is like really hot to touch, or it shows here 100 degrees. It shouldn't be showing 100 degrees. 90, kind of 95 would be max that I would tolerate. So 80, 90 is absolutely fine. Now let's go over other options of finding the IP address. If you can't log into your router or you don't want to do it, you can use Angry IP Scanner or any other IP scanning app. So you go to this website and download Angry IP Scanner and install it and run it. Okay, and remember, never give up. So IP range, I know my network starts here. So it can start with 1 or 0, doesn't matter, and it finishes with 255. Make sure that you've got the right IP address of the network. Yeah, so in my case, it is number 1 here. And you just click start. And this is going to take around half a minute for this to finish. So let's wait for the results. Okay, scanning complete. It took 38 seconds to do it, and it found 9 alive hosts. Okay, so probably the easiest thing is to sort them by host name. And we've got 9 devices, and I can see Devolo, and this is my TP-Link. And again, so I can see the IP addresses, and I can copy them, copy IP address, or copy whole details if I need to, or open other things. So copy the IP address and paste it in your web browser, and you will get to your devices. Like in my case, Devolo, this is the IP address, and TP-Link, this is the IP address. That's how you do it. As I said, you could also use, but don't really do it, a TP-Link app. I'll show you what it looks like. It's really rubbish, so I started. Oh, now my antivirus doesn't like it. It's so bad, it's so bad. Okay. I haven't had this before. And it will start scanning. It will take a long time. I might need to click refresh a few times and it will give me wrong results. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. So I do not recommend this. Use this as the last resort only. Okay, so let's quickly go through the steps. So log into the web interface, find the IP address either from your router or using Angry IP Scanner or TP-Link app. Check the settings like time, PowerLine speed, Wi-Fi firmware. Configure those settings if you want to change the Wi-Fi settings, PowerLine mode, network name, IP address, and then test. Test the speeds, test which sockets are best to use or not to use, and don't use extension cables. And look for help, yeah? Check the manual, Google it, ask friends, and then only then decide whether you want to keep it, return it, upgrade, or find alternatives, like an Ethernet cable. You can drag or trace or route the Ethernet cable through your place from one place to another. That's not always convenient or possible. Or you can use fiber optic network, for which you will need extra adapters. So there are lots of solutions. You might just need extenders, just standard Wi-Fi extenders. Plug them into many sockets all over the place, and hopefully that will solve the issues. But PowerLine is a great place to start. So start with PowerLine. If that doesn't work, look for alternative solutions. Okay, thanks for watching and liking this video. You take care, guys. Cheers.